Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Sade. Thank you so much for joining me for our astrology talk. For today, we are diving into Jupiter moving into the sign of Taurus. Now, this is a really exciting transit. If you have not seen any of my videos on what the planet Jupiter means or what the sign Taurus means, go ahead and check my videos out on Hidden Alchemy. I have tons of astrology videos up on my site. But really briefly, for the sake of this video, Jupiter is the planet of luck, of expansion. It brings philosophy as well as inspiration and deep religious views and perspectives on a situation. Whenever we're working with the planet Jupiter, it's this planet of optimism, of not necessarily the what if. Pisces kind of brings that energy in. And speaking of Pisces, Jupiter is the planet ruler of both Sagittarius and Pisces. Jupiter brings us this optimism of, with Sagittarius coming after the sign of Scorpio, whatever we're given in our world, whatever we're given in our life that might make us feel a little uncomfortable, Jupiter energy or Sagittarius energy comes in and says, okay, how can we make the best out of this situation? How can we find the wisdom from the situation that we have been given that might have caused some pain, but we can turn it into our triumphant story? That's the Jupiter energy, very inspiring. Now, Taurus is the sign ruled by Venus. So you have Jupiter and Venusian energy coming together. Taurus is all about being fixed. Taurus is a fixed feminine earth sign, being fixed and stable in nature, bringing foundation, bringing support, bringing love and harmony, as well as ease and grace into so many situations. Taurus is the first feminine sign and it's the first earth sign. So, really ruling Mama Earth, of nourishing, supporting, and being resourceful. Taurus energy is all about resources and not necessarily resources just in the sake of money, but any type of resource. That can be people, that can be jobs, that can be physical possessions. Taurus loves to collect and hold on to things because whatever has value, Venus definitely rules our values and our belief system. Whatever has value to Taurus energy, Taurus wants to hold on to because it's going to bring importance to their own life. So, what does it mean when we have the planet of luck and expansion joining forces with the sign of beauty as well as harmony and balance? This is going to be a very big year, depending on where you have Taurus in your chart, of focusing a lot on your worth, your value, as well as attracting and bringing in financial prosperity. The reason why this is such a beautiful transit is because we've been working with the North Node in the sign of Taurus for the past year and some change. We will officially leave the North Node Scorpio axis at the end of the year in October. So luckily we still have, Jupiter moving into the sign of Taurus. It's going to give us a good month of working with Jupiter as well as the North Node together. But with the North Node being in the sign of Taurus, this past year has been a lot about redefining what it means to value yourself, redefining what your assets are, what your resources are, what value you are bringing to other people. And most importantly, how are you not stable? Where are you not stable? And how can you bring more stability and foundation into your life? So now that we have Jupiter joining forces with this North Node energy, Jupiter is going to expand everything pertaining to Taurus. So this can also be expanding expensive habits. So spending a lot of money, maybe indulging in a lot of pleasure. Taurus rules the five senses, and Taurus energy loves to find comfort in their pleasures. So if you have not been having boundaries around some of these Taurus aspects as we've been working with this North Node in Taurus, Jupiter is going to expand it. And that's a thing to really keep in mind about Jupiter. Though Jupiter brings a lot of luck, because it rules the planet of expansion, it can also bring a lot of pain. And the reason being is because whatever Jupiter touches, it expands. So, whatever poor habits that you might also have pertaining to your Taurus energy, Jupiter is going to expand that because Jupiter is not going to say, well, this is a good habit or this is a bad habit. It's just going to expand where you already are. And another thing to point out is we have the planet Saturn in the sign of Pisces. And this is a very beautiful sextile between Pisces and Taurus. However, I mentioned this in my Saturn and Pisces video a few months back. Saturn and Pisces is really asking us to clean up any habits that might be a little overindulgent, or that might not have any boundaries. Pisces can sometimes rule escapism as well as addictions, and Saturn being in Pisces is really cleaning that up for a lot of people. Now, if you have not been taking heed to that Saturnian energy in Pisces, when Jupiter enters into Taurus, I personally feel that if you're working with any types of addictions or poor habits that you haven't used Saturn to have boundaries with, Jupiter is going to expand this, and Jupiter is going to bring you more opportunities to continue indulging in these habits, whether they are good or bad. Another great thing about Jupiter in Taurus is going to bring and inspire more artistic expression. Taurus is a Venus sign ruling the arts, and ruling it's Taurus is actually the first feminine sign. So ruling ways of sorry y'all, my camera died and shut off, but in any case, tapping into artistic expression and just different ways of expressing ourselves through different art modalities. And with Saturn being in Pisces, really taking serious our artistic ways of expressing ourselves and having the infrastructure and the foundation to actually build the ideas that we have and bring them into the physical plane. Another great thing to add with Jupiter moving into Taurus is that Taurus is naturally a sign that likes to attract, and Jupiter is a planet that likes to inspire. So, for these two to really work well together, the energy you're going to have to put in a little bit of work to meet Jupiter halfway. Because yes, Jupiter expands and it brings luck and it brings abundance as well as opportunity. But the Taurus energy, wherever you have that in your chart, you're going to have to meet Jupiter halfway. So you're going to have to do a little bit of work, which for Taurus energy folks could be a little uncomfortable sometimes, but you're going to have to do a little bit of work so that you can meet Jupiter halfway and receive abundance, receive all of the luck and the magic that Jupiter is going to bring to Taurus energy this year. A final great thing to add, we have Uranus that is still in the sign of Taurus. So, with Uranus and Jupiter coming together, really expect magic, expect change that you might not have seen coming, but know that this is change that is bringing you on the path of your destiny. It's just happening in a dramatic way, a quick way. Uranus is like a lightning bolt. Sometimes we don't really see the change that's happening until we're going through it in that moment without really being prepared. So expect change and expect luck from the change that happens in your life. Wherever you have Taurus in your chart, that is where Jupiter is going to magnify, bring abundance, and bring a lot of prosperity and hope as well as optimism to you. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please, please, please let me know how you are feeling with this Jupiter transit, where you have Taurus in your chart, and I will see you for our next video.